Students of 9A and 9B, in today's civics class, the lesson which already I have started teaching, the election commission and the elections. Some few points are there which are very important to learn so that you can attempt any inside questions, any kind of inside questions. Some points are not mentioned properly in our book, but by consulting other books, I have decided to introduce certain points so that you can understand in a better form and can attempt any type of inside questions if it comes. Now, first point, delimiting constituencies. Delimiting constituencies. What is the meaning of constituency? First of all, we have to learn. What is the meaning of constituency? What is constituency? Constituency is a process of election through which the commission, conducts free and fair election. Constituencies are given some instructions by the commission to choose their candidates from their respective area, and these instructions are given to all the constituencies of India, from where one candidate is chosen by the people of that particular constituency, and ultimately many numbers of representatives are elected from their respective constituencies. And whenever any one political party gains many seats from different constituencies of India and gets 2/3 majority, the party can form government in the center or may form a government in the state. That's why introduction of constituencies by the election commission is a part of their electoral process through which the election is held very smoothly throughout the country. Now, the election commission as an organization takes up the planning of elections in our country, So, making constituency is a part of making plan of election by the election commission. To make the planning and conducting elections in a very easiest form, the election commission, makes a number of constituencies. That means, in order to make the process of election easier to them, the election commission, election commission follows a system throughout the country. How? By making a constituency from each area, from each state. Each constituency has a population and that elects a representative to the parliament as well as to the state legislative assembly. And a constituency can be considered the smallest political unit. That means a constituency, according to the language of the election commission, a constituency can be considered the smallest political unit in an electoral process or in an election process. That's why the meaning of constituency, constituency is very important. The presence of the making of constituency for planning of conducting smooth and free and fair election by the election commission is very important. One of the major tasks of the election commission is to establish the boundaries of each constituencies. In our state, there are so many constituencies from where one candidate is chosen, a number of candidates can contest election, but out of 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, a number of candidates can contest the election from their respective constituency, but only one is chosen by the people, and according to which that person becomes the member of the parliament or the member of the legislative assembly. And ultimately, with the help of some political parties, ultimately they may form government in the center or form government in the state. That's why the importance of constituency is very important. After the importance of constituency for the election commission is a matter of factor. Besides, the commission, another point, procedure for conducting elections. Procedure for conducting elections. My dear students, this is civics class. Sometimes you feel rather monotony because it is civics class. It's not history, that historical fact and incidents I am discussing. I am enjoying the students who are interested to learn unknown things. They are paying attention to me properly. Here it is not. Here there is no scope because this class is civics class. So try to understand all the points perfectly as per the system of the constitution, as per the constitutional procedure. We are teaching each and every point of this lesson. So be mindful. So next one is that procedure for conducting election. Procedure for conducting election. You know, in our country, there is a system of conducting election by the election commission freely. The election commission introduced a number of steps so that free and fair election can be held throughout the country, and it must become a meaningful to the need to the democratic system of government in our country. That's why the election commission from the very beginning becomes conscious of their duties and responsibilities to be shouldered, and after the nomination has been filed by the candidate, the commission, the nomination papers go through the scrutiny department, and one scrutiny officer scrutinizes the nomination paper. A number of scrutiny officers are appointed for temporary basis, and they are asked to look up. They are asked to scrutiny. They are asked to scrutinize the nomination paper submitted by each candidate from their respective constituencies. So, an independent checking is done by the scrutiny officers. While making scrutiny of the nomination papers, if any kind of irregularity is found, or if any kind of wrong things are caught, wrong things are found by the scrutiny officer, the candidates are not called to explain the reason, because each and every candidate of each constituency is given all the system of the all the system of the election commission, means rules and regulations, laws, and laws and the provisions, these all are given in typed form to each candidate. According to which each candidate is supposed to be alert in filling in the pro forma or nomination paper. If there is any mistake, if any mistake is done by any candidate of any constituency, in that case the nomination paper can be cancelled. The nomination paper is cancelled, and in that case the candidate is asked, the party is asked to choose another one. The party is asked by the election commission to choose another candidate instead of the previous one. Next one, merits and demerits of the election. You know, in our country, as I taught you earlier, there are two types of elections: direct election and indirect election. But in direct election, candidates are chosen directly by the people. Candidates are elected by the people directly, because people they cast their votes directly in order to choose their candidates. So people can choose a number of candidates from different constituencies of India, according to which a party which makes sure many number of members of parliament, many numbers of members of the legislative assembly, generally they form government. This party forms government in the state or in the center. But thing is that how this kind of process is done. This process is done through some procedures introduced by the election commission. For example, an independent checking is done by returning officer to verify whether the information provided by the candidate is correct or incorrect. Campaigning is the process by which a candidate tries to motivate some voters sometimes, but they are forbidden from doing it. Besides, before vote, each and every person is given the right to conduct meetings, a number of meetings, and to deliver speeches before the people, to give promises before the people. But whatever they would like to do, they can do. But before 48 hours of the election's date, before 48 hours of the declared date of election, each and every candidate has to stop conducting meetings and deliberating speeches. Within 2 days, the security of our country, and especially in the department of in police department, all the officers are asked to conduct meetings, and by this way, generally they make their own plan so as to make sure free and fair election. The election commission prepares their own plan. The police department prepares their own plan, and next and whenever the election start, they just carry out their duties and responsibilities in order to make sure free and fair election. And next point, an autonomous body with immense power. Election Commission is known as an autonomous body of immense power. Now, why is it called? Election Commission is an autonomous body. Why? Because this commission is supposed to conduct any kind of meeting without consulting the President of India, without consulting the Prime Minister. That's why this is an autonomous, independent body of immense power, the power which is vested to the Election Commission. The Election Commission utilizes it with a view to make sure free and fair election in order to achieve success. In order to make sure free and fair election, the Election Commission makes a number of procedures by which they can avoid any kind of proxy voting and any kind of irregularity, any kind of problem for which another election can be held. In order to avoid further election, it is the first and foremost duty of the Election Commission to conduct election confidently in a very peaceful atmosphere, and this election helps the political leaders and political parties to form government. Suppose one party gains a number of members of parliament or number of members of the legislative council. In that case, that very particular party forms government in the state level or in the central level. But thing is that sometimes many political parties, due to contesting of election through many political parties, one political party cannot gain 2/3 majority and depends on other political parties for support. In that case, a coalition government is formed in the state or in the center, and in that case, the strategy, agenda, policies of a particular government is very important, because the agenda, the policy, whatever they implement, they are supposed to consult other political parties from where they gain support and forms government in the state or in the central. That's why coalition government can be dismissed at any time because of mismanagement, because of misunderstanding among very many leaders within the same government. And in that case, before the terms of 5 years, before this government gets its term completed within 5 years or before 5 years, it can be a proposal for no confidence motion can be brought against that government, and in that case, the members of the government or the ministers of the government has to resign, and the whole ministry is supposed to resign. So these are it is the reason the Election Commission, by introducing that system, of smooth system of election, or conducting of election conducting of election freely and smoothly, the Election Commission is given enormous power, and the Election Commission utilizes it, and ultimately free and fair election also becomes possible in the country only because of its autonomous body and its independence and the cooperation of all political parties and political leaders. The election is generally held freely and smoothly throughout the country. Up to this, my dear students.